Hi, everybody. Welcome to FULSHEAR and welcome to the second round of the state baseball playoffs. This is VypeFortBend.com, and what a week we have in store for you. And we lead it off with FULSHEAR against Crosby. Game one of a best-of-3 series here on VypeFortBend.com. And we'll have baseball and or softball all the way through Saturday evening and maybe even into Monday evening. That's how long the softball could go. I'm Roger Smith. So glad that you're with us because Crosby is one of those favored teams, but FULSHEAR has been finishing the season with a flourish, and they really believe they can play with the very, very tough Crosby Cougars. We'll bring you the Batter Up Show in just a moment, but first let's tell you that tonight's exclusive VypeFortBend.com broadcast of FULSHEAR and Crosby in the baseball playoffs is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Auto, 4 great Fort Bend County locations where you can get the best prices on tires, you can get great service, anything your vehicle needs to run at its very best. All 4 locations open Monday through Saturday. Visit firsttireandauto.com, and they wish everybody a belated Happy Mother's Day. By Archer Volkswagen, open since 1956 and ready to serve you. Archer Volkswagen is on Highway 59 South, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. You will feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. And by the Needville Insurance Agency. Put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket when Bradley Stavanaugh and the Needville Insurance Agency teams shop all those insurance carriers and find the very lowest premium for you. You don't even have to leave your house. Call Bradley Stavanaugh and he will save you money on your car insurance or your home insurance or both. 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. It's time for the Batter Up Show, and we'll bring you our visit with Chris Wiggins of Crosby when we continue on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number one mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Welcome, everybody, to the Wednesday Batter Up Show as we get the second round going in Texas high school baseball. A great 5A matchup between the FULSHEAR Chargers against the Crosby Cougars. And it's time to visit with Chris Wiggins, who's been at Crosby for a long time, seen a lot of these battles. And I was just wondering, is there anything in particular that stands out to you going into this matchup against FULSHEAR?
With regards to them, I think they're strong on the mound. And I think if we do our job and put the ball in play like we've been doing, we've been really good at playing 7 innings, and that's going to be our deal. Is if we can get in there and we can punch the ball around for 7 innings, I think we'll be tough.
And speaking of strong on the mound, I noticed that Keith Kennemer and Sean Bazemore have given you the most starts. They both have very impressive records and low ERAs. And what is the secret to their strength, and who is going to go first? I presume one of them will go first.
Yeah, Keith will go first. He's been pretty good for us on the mound. There's no secret, beating up the zone is big for any pitcher, and they've done a great job of that. They've got it out of some jams by staying around the plate. If you don't let them breathe, then they got to hit your pitch, and that's kind of what we live by.
Now, these high school baseball seasons, of course, they're not as long as a college season or a major league season by any means, but they are long enough where you're not going to be great absolutely all the time. And I noticed you had a 2-game losing streak, but since then you've just put together nothing but wins and some very impressive ones. You haven't given up a run in the last 4 games. Was there anything that happened, maybe one of those times when it's a players-only meeting or just a little bit of what some people would call a come-to-Jesus meeting?
No, we really didn't. We really didn't have to do that with these kids this year. They understand where we fail when we fail. Those two games were, one was in extra innings. They both were by 1 run. So if we had plenty of chances to win in each one of those, and so we understand that, and the guys understand that. So we understand that those small mistakes is what we're about. We're about doing the little things right, and if we do that, we're going to get that extra run. We're going to come across. We had some weird things happen in those games. We had a pass ball and our guy tripped. Those types of deals are tough when they happen over and over during a certain 1 7-inning stretch. But we lost those 2 games by 1 run, and we understand that it could go both ways in those games.
Well, I know that you see a lot of folks. You've actually seen me before, but it was 7 years ago, a 2015 series, Ridgepoint against Crosby, and it went to a Game 3 at LaPorte, and your team came through. That was very exciting. So I don't know how many more of those we can all live through.
That whole series was exciting. Ridgepoint came in with a very good baseball team. I think the first visual we got at Ridgepoint is I think they had a first baseman or something like that, and we thought he was a coach. He was such a big young man. But they play good baseball, and they play good baseball over here in this area. And so we hope to showcase our style of baseball and against another very good team in FULSHEAR. So it ought to be a good series.
And there's a professional player I need to check on. Jax Biggers of Ridgepoint hit a game-winning walk-off single in Game 2 to push that series to a Game 3. He's in the Rangers organization to the best of my knowledge, but I need to check on him and see where he's playing this year.
Well, good. That's good to hear. I always like to hear success of the kids no matter what teams they're playing on. Hunter Hearn, one of ours, he just got out of the Phillies organization. So from that whole squad, there was a couple guys that they got to move on. Some good baseball play, and it's always fun to watch with these kids.
All right, that is Chris Wiggins. Thank you so much for being with us. Good luck tonight against FULSHEAR, and we'll be back, and we'll talk with Rob Jensen of the Chargers when the Batter Up Show continues on VypeFortBend.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Don't miss the UIL Baseball State Championship starting Wednesday, June 8th at UFCU Dishfalk Field in Austin and Dell Diamond in Round Rock. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. We'll be back with more of the Batter Up Show right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Welcome back to the Batter Up Show. We're in FULSHEAR. It's the second round of the playoffs, and this is Game 1 between the FULSHEAR Chargers hosting Crosby, and it's a chance to visit with Rob Jensen, head coach of the FULSHEAR Chargers. And how would you describe your team's run to the playoffs and their style of play? Is there power hitting involved? Is it mostly just hitting to get on base? And how would you describe your pitching staff and its effectiveness?
We've started out slow this year. I think we were like 2-9, and have really started to come into our own lately. We feel like we're playing our best baseball now, so we're getting hot at the right time. Style of play, I think we've got a good blend of speed at the top and the bottom of the lineup, and then we've got some base cloggers in the middle that probably feature a more power game. So it's a good combination of both. I think we pride ourselves on pitching is what fuels us. We've got what we feel are a good 6-7 guys that we have confidence with on the mound. And the fortunate thing is that all of them are back. So although we're young, they did get a lot of experience last year, which helps us. But if we can keep us in the ball game with low run totals, we feel like we've got enough firepower in the middle. And what fuels us is the guys at the top. If they can get on base for those guys, set things up, I think we got a good chance.
We're talking with Rob Jensen, head coach of the FULSHEAR Chargers, and I was here earlier this year in tournament time when Ridge Point played a game against Peyto, and looking at your ballpark, it looks not too spacious, but not exactly small either. Are there any particular quirks about this ballpark, like a wind that always seems to blow in the same direction? How would you describe your ballpark, and what are some nuances?
Early in the year, it'll blow in. Fortunately, I guess, or unfortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, we've got a stiff wind out to left field, so it favors the right-handed hitters. All right, and I know they got all 9 of theirs are right-handed, but we've got some lefties that hit the ball well the other way, and you get it up in that jet stream, and it'll go. It's 315 down the line, which doesn't sound like a lot, but center field is 390, so the park plays bigger than it looks, but it does. If you get it up in that jet stream, it'll carry.
Now let's talk about the guy that you're going to put on the mound first this evening. His name is Reagan Carter, and it sounds like a political history lesson from 1980, but I know that he's had some good performances for you. And what's the scouting report on him?
He's got to be effective with his breaking stuff. His fastball, I think it's in mid to upper 80s at times, but his breaking ball and his changeup have got to be on. If he struggles with that and his command, he'll give up a few base runners, and that's what we got to try to avoid, because I know they've got a lot of speed in their lineup, and they'll small ball you to death. Anybody in their lineup will lay one down and they'll run on you. So we've got to minimize the free bases. Right? If we can do that, he's had some high strikeout totals. If he gets in a groove early, he's tough to hit.
Coach Jensen, this will be my final question for you, then we'll let you go and bring everybody the starting lineups. But whenever you have a matchup such as this one, I know that the people that put the poll together, especially the Texas high school baseball poll, they work pretty diligently. They update it every week. But of course, they can't watch every single team that they would possibly rate. And Crosby has been in the top 25 and maybe even the top 10 for a good portion of the year. Is that anything that you discuss with your players to try and give them fuel, or do you just say none of it matters except who performs best in this 2 out of 3 series?
Well, that's always been our philosophy. It doesn't matter. In order to go where we want to go, you're going to have to knock off some giants. And to play a team like Crosby that only has 4 losses, you know it's a tough task. I mean, they're ranked high and they deserve to be. But we kind of like being in the underdog role. We've thrived on that in the past, and it kind of fuels these kids a little bit, knowing that they are the underdog, and they're anxious to put any naysayers behind us. And we understand that, like I said, we played a tough schedule early. We played a lot of 6As. We knew our schedule or our record wasn't going to be that impressive. But like I said, we've come on lately, and at this point, it's just whoever gets hot, whoever makes the fewest mistakes, I think. And we feel confident that we can play with teams that are ranked in the top 10, and we're just anxious to see where this team can go.
So you can take Coach Rob Jensen out of Jersey Village, but you can't take the Jersey Village out of Coach Jensen, and I'll explain to our listeners exactly what that means as the game goes along. Good luck to you this evening, Coach Jensen, and we certainly hope that we're talking to you next week about where you might be going.
Sounds good. Appreciate you being here.
All right, we'll be back with the starting lineups, Crosby against FULSHEAR, and we're getting the second round of the playoffs going here on
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
All right, here we go. We're in Charger Stadium at FULSHEAR. Giovanni Syons is leading off for Crosby and playing shortstop. Batting second for the Cougars at second base, Carter Underwood. Batting third and playing third base, it's Sean Basmore. Cade Udy, the left fielder, bats cleanup for Crosby. The first baseman, Will Udy, his brother, batting in the 5 spot. Batting in the 6th spot, it's Ronald Nelson. He's the DH, and he bats in place of right fielder Carson Larkin. Batting in the 7th spot, it is the catcher, Larry Johns. James Londrigan is the center fielder and bats 8th for Crosby. And then it's Keith Kennemer, the starting pitcher, hitting for himself in the number 9 spot. For the host, FULSHEAR Chargers, Ty Powell plays right field and leads off. Tyler Schumann at shortstop bats second. Noah Shipp is the second baseman and bats third. Lane Arroyos is the first baseman and he bats in the cleanup spot. In the 5 spot, it is Rafael Cortez at third base. The designated hitter is Gavin Waits. He bats in the 6th spot, and he's batting in place of the starting pitcher, Reagan Carter. Batting 7th, Hudson Yarbrough at catcher. Batting 8th, Luke Guzeta in center field. And in left field, Parker Hodges. We'll be back with the first pitch. Crosby taking on FULSHEAR, and they are introducing the starting lineups to the crowd here. We'll be right back in just a couple of minutes.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
We thank the folks at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land, for taking care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. The first pitch is next on VypeFortBend.com.
At third, number 23, Rafael Cortez.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3for1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Everybody, we just love that the coins were flipped in such a way as to start this series on a Wednesday night. We're happy to bring it to you on VypeFortBend.com. We would like to have more opportunities to do FULSHEAR baseball, but every once in a while, you know, we will just kind of make it work, but this time it fell into our hands. And, of course, if they can somehow overcome this awesome Crosby team, then we might see them as the playoff road rolls on. Okay, so we already gave you the starting lineups for both teams, and on the mound, it is the right-hander for FULSHEAR, Reagan Carter. And as you heard during the batter-up show, well, his coach knows that he is not really a power pitcher who's going to overwhelm you with his heater. He is going to have to be able to move the ball around. He's got to get those breaking pitches going and keep the hitters from Crosby guessing, and that is certainly what they hope will happen. But the reason that Crosby is so formidable, let's think at what is on their ledger for this year. 24-4-3 overall, 10-2 in their district games. They were the champions of District 21-5A. And Barbers Hill, the state champion, defending state champion Barbers Hill, was in their district. And Barbers Hill is already out. So, just saying. Chris Wiggins, in his 17th year as a head coach, depends on Will Udy. He's an experienced player. Keith Kennemer is on the mound for them to start this game. He's a junior who was first-team All-District in 2021. Giovanni Syons is in their starting lineup. Larry Johns, a very solid catcher, great on defense. Sean Bazemore, second-team All-District last year as a sophomore. He's at third base, and he's a killer. I don't know what we're going to see from Sean Bazemore, but I think maybe we ought to just hide and watch. Hudson Yarbrough is the catcher for FULSHEAR. Lane Arroyo at first base. Noah Shipp at second. At shortstop, it is Tyler Schumann. Rafael Cortez at third base. Parker Hodges in left field. Luke Guzeta in center. And Ty Powell is in right field. And Reagan Carter is going to pitch from the stretch the whole time, and his first pitch is a strike as he delivers to Giovanni Syons. Syons with a .295 average, 14 RBIs. That's among the team leaders. 5 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run. And the second pitch is also in there for a strike. Righty versus righty, and you also heard Coach Jensen said during the batter-up show that every Crosby hitter is right-handed. That pitch is over, but it's low, and it's 1-2. Looks like Reagan Carter is anxious to work quickly. Comes set, brings it, and fouled off just above the Crosby dugout. 88 degrees at game time here in Fulshear. Down each of the lines at 315 feet, 360 feet for the power alleys, and 390 feet to straightaway center field. Pitch on the way is high, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Giovanni Sayans. Roger Smith, along with the lovely and talented producer extraordinaire, Rosie Vega. Oh, so close to strike three, and it was the catcher Yarbrough trying to frame it just right. But it was outside, and it's 3-2. Sayans digs in. Here comes the pitch. And it's a ground ball to shortstop. No problem for Tyler Schumann. Quickly across to get the out. One away. Crosby is on a 7-game win streak. They lost 2 in a row on April 8th when they lost to Port Neches Groves. And then on the 12th of April, they lost to Galena Park. But before that, they had won 8 in a row. So I guess you could say that they have won 15 of their last 17. First pitch to Carter Underwood is a strike. He's the second baseman. Here comes the next one. Breaking ball down for a ball. And Hudson Yarbrough framing it. He knows what he's doing back there. Here's the next one from Carter, and that's high for a ball. It's 2-1. Bright, sunny field, especially trouble for the right fielder, the second baseman, and the first baseman. And there's a pitch that is outside for a ball. It's 3-1 as Reagan Carter works to Carter Underwood. We're just underway at Fulshear. Third round, game 1. There's a pitch that catches the inside corner. That makes it 3-2, and Underwood took a step toward first base. He thought he had a walk. You can feel free to move that. You can move that. Here's the pitch, and it is in the air, fouled out of play. Bounces over toward the softball field, just outside the right field stands. Strong wind blowing out toward left field. Here's the pitch. And it's a called strike 3 on Underwood. He's shaking his head as he goes back to the dugout. There are 2 outs. And now it is Sean Bazemore. What can you say about him? .418 batting average to lead the team, 24 RBIs to lead the team, and 5 doubles. He's also a killer pitcher, but he's not pitching tonight. Open stance from the right-handed box. First pitch from Carter. Breaking ball in there. Third straight hitter where Reagan Carter has started with a strike. Here's the next one. Another breaking ball also in there, and it's 0-2. You couldn't ask much more from Reagan Carter here in the top of the first, but of course, that is Bazemore in the box. Here's the 0-2, and he fouls it off. Lands on top of the concession stand. An absolute beautiful May evening for baseball. Not a cloud in the sky. 88 degrees. Carter brings the next one. Swung on, and he just got a piece of it. A tapper foul off the front of the third base dugout, and that is the home dugout here at Fulshear. Crosby ranked number 8 in Class 5A in the state of Texas in the Diamond Pro TexasHighSchoolBaseball.com poll. The last one they put out was May 2nd. There's a ground ball, another one to short, and Tyler Schumann can't hold on to it. It's a tough hop, and it jumped up and bit him in the face. I don't know if it got him in the jawbone or what, but he is bent over to the left of second base, and Bazemore is on. That ball had a lot of spin on it. It seems kind of cruel to do so, but I think we got to say that's an E6. And this fired-up crowd has gone kind of quiet, and I can't help but think about something I was actually telling my 19-year-old son about last night when the Yankees played the Pirates in the 1960 World Series. Tony Kubek got hit in the throat with a ball that took a really bad hop, but it looks like Tyler Schumann was not hit in the throat. He's going to be okay. He's up, and he's going to stay in. And the trainers and everybody else who was gathered near second base to check on him will get back to their spots, and here we go. Cade Udy, the left fielder, leads off. Cade is a sophomore and he hits .250. He's got 14 RBIs on the year. By the way, Bazemore, who is now at first base, has 24 stolen bases, and that leads the team. So we'll see if he will test the arm of Hudson Yarbrough. Quick throw over by Carter and a dive back in by Bazemore. Here's the pitch. Just missed the inside corner, and it's ball one. That's the first hitter that Carter has thrown the first pitch for a ball. Udy ready. Backs away from that one, and it's inside, ball two. Cade Udy ready. There he takes a curveball for a strike. Bazemore taking his lead off of first, and there he goes. Got a great jump, and he's going to make it pretty easily. He definitely stole that one on Reagan Carter. Carter had thrown over there, but something that Bazemore spotted made him think that there wasn't going to be a throw over that time. So he's in scoring position. Now the count is 2-2 on Udy after that pitch. Pitch on the way. It's a little tapper down the third base line, but it trickles into foul territory. And coming on is the third baseman, Rafael Cortez. Tomorrow night we have game one of the series between Ridgepoint and Houston West Side in second round of Class 6A playoffs. And we'll have every game of that series. If it goes to 3 games, that third game will be at noon on Saturday. Udy ready. Takes a pitch that missed upstairs. Evidently, fans not happy with that call. And the count goes to 3-2. The bespectacled Reagan Carter looks in. Now he looks back at Bazemore, brings the pitch, and it's a tapper behind second. And a high throw by the shortstop Schumann allows Bazemore to score, and the umpire bumped into the runner Udy, and they almost tag him out. Hold on. The umpire called time after he got in the way of Cade Udy. Udy fell down and wanted to go to second, but by the time the ball had been picked up by the first baseman, Lane Arroyo, all of a sudden he realized he had to get back to first base. Okay, so a run comes across in a kind of a high school way. Tyler Schumann was right on top of second base when he fielded the ball, and now the 3 umpires are talking about something. I don't know if they're going to consider giving Cade Udy second base. I know the FULSHEAR fans are saying he's out, but I don't think that's going to happen. They are the kings of wishful thinking. And the umpires' talk continues. By the way, if there is no third game between Ridgepoint and Westside on Saturday, then we will have game 2 of the softball series between Foster and Santa Fe. And that will be awesome. If there's a third game in the series, the second round baseball series between Foster and LaPorte, we'll have that for you on Saturday night. And nothing changes about the call that was made. Udy's still at first, and he gets an RBI out of that. And now, before we continue, Rob Jensen comes out of the FULSHEAR dugout, and he wants to talk to the home plate umpire. Meanwhile, it's Will Udy waiting to bat. Will Udy with a .233 average, 14 RBIs, and 7 doubles. Those numbers compared to Yuli Gurriel, who has tons of doubles but no homers thus far on the Major League season. By the way, there are shortages all over the United States, as you know, but it's hard to find peroxide here in FULSHEAR and parts of Katy because more than half of the FULSHEAR team has the peroxide bleach blonde look. One of them is not Reagan Carter, however, the right-hander trying to get out of this first inning with no more than 1 run allowed. Will Udy stands in, but there's a throw, a pickoff throw that goes over the first baseman, bounces off the fence, and it's actually a pretty close play, but it's Cade Udy advancing to second base. So a couple of errant throws and a mishandled ground ball have Crosby on top 1-0 and possibly going to get more. 2 outs, and Will Udy still waiting to see the first pitch of his plate appearance. Here it comes. Straight back, fouled in the air, out of play. No property was harmed in the landing of that foul ball. 0-1, the count on Will Udy. Carter brings it. Swung on and missed. He brought the heater. And Will Udy came up empty. It's 0-2. Carter looks back at second, now brings it. Change up and just keeping it in play. Will Udy fouls it off to the left side. I realize the use of the phrase in play was inappropriate. It's only in play if it's between the 2 foul lines. Here comes another 0-2. Fouled back by Will Udy all the way to the parking lot, and somebody may need the Needville Insurance Agency. They can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars each year on your car insurance or your home insurance or both. 979-793-7411. Here's the 0-2. Change up, and it's lined and caught by Schumann. So for Crosby in the top of the first. 1 run on no hits, 2 errors, and there was 1 man left on base. This is VypeFortBend.com. 1 run for the Crosby Cougars, and the FULSHEAR Chargers coming to bat right after this.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just 1 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Keith Kennemer on the mound for the Crosby Cougars here in the bottom of the first. Kennemer is 9-1 with a 1.42 ERA. This will be his 13th appearance overall and his 12th start. He's thrown 9 complete games, 5 shutouts, and according to their Max Prep stats page, he's thrown a perfect game. That doesn't even lead his team in perfect games. Evidently, Sean Bazemore, who will probably start game 2, he has 2 perfect games. Whoa. I'm not sure I've seen any stats like that. So leading off for FULSHEAR, it's Ty Powell, the right fielder. So FULSHEAR 19-9-1 overall, 14-2, and they came in second in District 24 5A. Rob Jensen leads them 19 years as a high school head baseball coach. They were area finalists last year. In other words, they dropped out after this round last year. They've won 15 of their last 16. First pitch is high to Ty Powell, 1-0. FULSHEAR swept Houston Stephen F. Austin 10-0 and 11-4 in round one. Left-handed hitting Ty Powell watches that one go by. In there for a strike, and the count is even. Kennemer rocks and brings it. That's a strike on the inside corner. Now he brings the 1-2. Change up, missed away. And it's 2-2. Chargers wearing the home whites with the purple pinstripes and Chargers across the front. And that is a ground ball into left field for a base hit, right between the third baseman Bazemore, who dived for it. Giovanni Science also lunged for it, and that's a single to start the game. FULSHEAR could probably use confidence builders. It's great to get your leadoff man on. Now Tyler Schumann, the shortstop. And we'll see how Coach Jensen plays it. Will he put down a bunt to try and just get one run, or will he let Tyler Schumann swing away? Kennemer comes set, looks at first, now brings it. And it's a bunt right back to Kennemer. He throws to second in time. They get the lead runner. I think Tyler Schumann just bunted that harder than he wanted to, so he's safe on a fielder's choice, and the play goes 1-6 for the first out. Now Noah Ship, the second baseman. Here's the defense for Crosby. Larry Johns is their catcher. Will Udy at first base. Carter Underwood at second. Shortstop Giovanni Science. Sean Bazemore at third base. Give you the outfielders in a moment. Noah Ship digs in, right-handed batter. Looks at the first one. And it's inside for a ball. In the outfield, in left, it's Cade Udy. James Londrigan is in center field, and in right field, it's Carson Larkin. Pitch on the way, and it could be two. Picked up by Science, steps on second, throws to first in time, and it's a 6-3 double play, and it ends the inning. So we'll go to the second. FULSHEAR trailing Crosby by a score of 1-0 on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
We want to thank the folks at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land, for taking care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. And our year has included more than 120 broadcasted events, and either the first or the second one was a FULSHEAR volleyball match. All right, Reagan Carter deals to Ronald Nelson, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Carter with a first pitch strike on everybody except one batter. Breaking ball, and it's in there. I think Ronald Nelson, who's batting in place of Carson Larkin, thought that one might have been low. But it's 0-2. Carter brings it, and it's a liner over the second baseman and into center field for a base hit. And that is the first hit of the game for the Crosby Cougars, although they lead it by a score of 1-0. Now it's Larry Johns. Crosby wearing their white pants with the red pinstripes and the bright scarlet tops. Both numerals and the shirt itself a bright red. But the beauty of it is you can actually read the numbers. It's a white outline around the numbers. There's a throw over to try and get Nelson, and he's back safely. The sun's still very bright for first baseman Lane Arroyo, also Noah Shipp at second and Ty Powell in right field. Squaring to bunt, but pulling the bat back is Johns, and it's high for a ball. 1-0. Reagan Carter with a longer look in than usual at his catcher Hudson Yarbrough. Here comes the pitch. Bunt shown, but again it's called a ball. 2-0. James Londrigan waits to bat next for the Cougars. Carter brings the 2-0, and it's bunted in the air, and it does land, and they can't make a play. Carter made a diving attempt about halfway between third and home, right by the line, did everything he could to catch it, and now Rob Jensen asks for time. He needs to talk to his pitcher, Reagan Carter, and the infield and just calm everybody down. They got a little bit of a problem here, already down 1-0 with runners at first and second and nobody out. So I am very intrigued by that softball series between Foster and Santa Fe. It's a little bit strange, though. They're going to start it tomorrow night with Game 1, which we're not going to broadcast. And then on Saturday, they'll play Game 2 at 11 a.m. And if Ridgepoint is finished with its second-round baseball series against Westside, then we'll bring you that Game 2 of Foster versus Santa Fe. And then on Saturday night, if there is a Game 3 between Foster and LaPorte, we'll bring you that one. And if the softball series between Santa Fe and Foster goes to a third game, they're going to play it Monday night. And we'll do that one for sure. All right, the Mound Conference is over. You got to give Larry Johns a base hit, although it rolled about 25 feet, and now Londrigan squares to bunt, takes it, outside for a ball. Londrigan hitting .316, 21 RBIs, second on the team to Bazemore in that category. 4 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Squares to bunt, takes, but it's a strike. No, wait a minute. Is it a balk? It's a balk. Oh, no. 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the second, or top of the second, rather. And the infield umpire is explaining to Reagan Carter what he did to get the balk call. Might have been a little bit too much rock the baby instead of coming set. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. It's 1-1. The shadows are starting to creep over the infield. They have passed the third base line. Reagan Carter trying to wriggle off the hook here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. He changes speeds often enough that when he does throw the fastball, even though it's not overpowering, he can be effective with it. But he's got to make sure that those breaking pitches have a lot of movement. Right-handed hitting, James Londrigan swings and misses, and down he goes. Second strikeout for Reagan Carter. One away, and now it is Keith Kennemer, and don't think that because he's a stud pitcher that he can't hit. He's got 14 RBIs on the season and 2 homers. That leads the Cougars. He's got 4 doubles and a triple. And before he goes into the batter's box, he talks with Coach Chris Wiggins, halfway between home and third. The FULSHEAR students are starting to show up, and that always makes it a better atmosphere. Hopefully they will have lots of verbal harassment for the visitors. Here's the pitch, and Kennemer fouls it back into the screen. We did a game on VypeFortBend.com during tournament time when Ridgepoint beat the stuffing out of Katy Pato. We'll come to you with the Batter Up show tomorrow at 6:40 before Ridgepoint plays Westside on the hardscrabble streets of Siena in Game 1. Kennemer ready. Backed away. The pitch was inside, and it's 1-1. Carter comes set. Runners at second and third. Pitch on the way, and Kennemer fights it off, fouls it back, and it is caught on a rebound off the net by Giovanni Syons, who's in the on-deck circle. Kennemer with the nice red and white New Balance spikes. Of course, it looks like all the players have those, or something red and white. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down. Oh, it looks good. FULSHEAR fans wanting a strike call, but it's 2-2. Carter comes set and brings it. Little tapper going toward third base, but it's in foul ground. Rafael Cortez, the bleach blonde Rafael Cortez. I guess they call him the Güero at third base. Here's the 2-2 to Kennemer, takes it, called strike 3. Oh, that was big for Carter, and now the infield can back up to normal depth. They were ready to throw home on a ground ball if need be, but now all they need to do here is retire Giovanni Syons, which is no easy task. Syons 0 for 1 with a ground out to shortstop. He is thin as a rail, built like Bert Campaneris or Mark Belanger. That pitch is low for a ball. 1-0, and the middle infielders Noah Shipp and Tyler Schumann pinching in behind Reagan Carter, just in case a return throw gets through. Here's the 1-0, and that hit him in the left shoulder. He's not too happy about it. Drops the bat, and he'll head for first. So the bases are now loaded, and that's not something you want to do, but on the other hand, no harm done if you can get the next hitter, Carter Underwood. Carter Underwood, as far as I know, by the way, is no relation to FULSHEAR volleyball legend Ava Underwood, who's in the ballpark. Short conference with Coach Chris Wiggins. And this could be a critical moment in this game. Bases loaded, 2 outs. FULSHEAR down 1-0. And Reagan Carter ready to bear down. Got Underwood on strikes the first time. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. The FULSHEAR crowd trying to will Reagan Carter through this bumpy spot. Still pitching from the stretch with the bases loaded. Brings it. And it bounces in, and a great stop by Yarbrough, but the run comes home. Oh, my goodness. And now the throw gets away, and 2 runs are going to come home. Oh, that's a shame. Ronald Nelson came home. He made a great read on it. he realized the ball had bounced off of Yarbrough's chest protector far enough for him to get home, and then Yarbrough in desperation was throwing it to Carter, who was on the move to cover the plate. The throw got away, and Larry Johns, or the courtesy runner for Larry Johns, came all the way around, and it's 3-0. Meanwhile, Underwood still in the box, and you've got Scions advancing to third on all that shenanigan business. Here's the 1-1, and that hit him. Second hit by pitch of the inning, and Underwood goes to first. Now, from where I'm sitting, I have no way of seeing if or who is warming up in the FULSHEAR bullpen. Now Sean Bazemore steps in there again. He reached on an error and came around to score the first Crosby run. Looks like Reagan Carter kind of yelled something into his glove, just trying to vent a little bit of his frustration. Bazemore, the toughest out in the Crosby lineup, stands strong. Open stance from the right-handed box, and Carter fakes a throw to third, throws back to first. Now they've got somebody hung up, and they will try and tag him out. They do before the run scores. So no run comes home as Scions crossed the plate about a split second after they tagged out the runner Underwood, who got caught up between first and second. All right, so FULSHEAR does give up 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. I guess one guy left on base. All right, we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. It's 3-0, and FULSHEAR will come up in their half of the second when we return.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgig.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Don't miss the UIL Baseball State Championship starting Wednesday, June 8th at UFCU Disch-Falk Field in Austin and Dell Diamond and Round Rock. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. Lane Arroyos leads it off for FULSHEAR. Left-handed hitting first baseman. And it's a hard ground ball underneath the glove of the Crosby first baseman, Will Udy. E1, and it gets Arroyos on base. I'm sorry, E3, beg your pardon. And now it is Rafael Cortez, the third baseman. El Güero en Fuego, Rafael Cortez. Prior to the game, Coach Jensen said that he had an earlier nickname, but he didn't really want me to use that one, and I'm going to honor his request, but I've got a new one. El Güero en Fuego. Open stance from the right-handed box. Cortez digs in. Here's the pitch from Kennemer. In there for a strike on the outside corner. Kennemer with lots of eye black. Here's the pitch. And that is down the right field line. Could drop in, and it does. Now, Arroyos is going to hold at second. He kind of had to hesitate. He wasn't sure it was going to drop, but it did, and that's a base hit for Cortez. Now Gavin Waits, the designated hitter. He's got the bleach blonde thing going too. Now a short mound conference, and it features, who does it feature? Giovanni Sayans comes over from shortstop, and also the catcher John's going out there. You want me to move this stuff?
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, it's there. All right. I love to accommodate fans, especially when they ask nicely. Sorry. All right, here we go. Pitch on the way to Waits. He hits it toward the shortstop. They get an out at second. On to first. No double play. The ball bounced in to the first baseman, Udy. So they do get one out, and that retires Cortez. However, Waits is safe, and Arroyos moves over to third base with one out. Now Hudson Yarbrough, the catcher. You know, he looks a lot beefier up there as a batter than he does when he's a catcher. Not really sure why. Kennemer has runners at the corners and one out. And hold on. I think Yarbrough just wanted to step out. Possibly to feel more comfortable, possibly to annoy Kennemer. All part of the game. Yarbrough looks at the first pitch, strike one. He kind of has he's a right-handed hitter with that right elbow twitch. Kind of like Joe Morgan had way back in the day. Of course, Morgan was a left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. And that is a little looper out towards second. They step on second for one and on to first for the second double play of the game by Crosby. And as a result, Fulshear gets nothing in the second inning. We will go to the third, and they trail it 3-0 on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a fourth generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
It is 3-0 as we go to the third inning. Crosby on top of Fulshear in game one of their playoff series. And really the story of the game is Fulshear has been unable with pitching and defense to close out the first two innings. They almost did in each case. They allowed one run, kind of a cheap one, in the first and two in the second. And on the offensive side, they have hit into double plays twice. They've both been the same thing. 6 to 3. In other words, shortstop to first baseman Giovanni Syons, scooping it and throwing across to Will Udy. Now it is Sean Bazemore, who was in the batter's box when there was a caught stealing that ended the top of the second. He'll step up there. He's 0 for 1. He reached on an error his first time. It was kind of a bad hop ground ball to Tyler Schumann at shortstop. Bazemore ready. Reagan Carter brings it. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Shadows have completely covered the infield dirt, and they're creeping out all the way to the outfield fence. Just parts of the outfield fence still in sunlight. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 0-2 on Bazemore. But the tough thing is finishing him off. Reagan Carter brings it. And that's to first base. Bounces off the glove of Arroyos. And they got him! Reagan Carter covering. Nice recovery. Lane Arroyo stays with it. That's a little pick-me-up right there. Score it 3-1 for the first out. Now Cade Udy, who also reached on an error his first time. Cade Udy, just a sophomore. .250 hitter with 14 RBIs. Open stance from the right-handed box. Here it comes. Downstairs for a ball. It doesn't look like the lights are on yet, but I think it's time to hit the switch. Here's the pitch. That bounces in. 2-0 on Cade Udy. The wind's still blowing pretty hard out to left field. We're not really feeling it behind home plate. Here's the pitch. Way upstairs, and 3-0 on Cade Udy. His brother Will waits to bat next. So nice for big brother to let little brother go first. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike at the knees. By the way, just in case there is a play down in the left field corner, it's going to be very, very hard to see. Our sight lines are just cut off, not so much by people, but the dugout and everything else. There's a foul back. Count 3-2. Udy is ready. Carter brings it. Check swing. He went around. Strike 3. Four strikeouts for Reagan Carter, and evidently at FULSHEAR, like another purple school I know, Ridge Point, when they get the strikeout, they like to do the left-right chant. Now Will Udy stands in. Reagan Carter comes set, always from the stretch, brings it. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. That one had big humpback action to it, the 12-6 curveball. Udy ready, and here it comes. Tried to get him to chase that one, but it's down for a ball. 1-1. Will Udy hit the ball hard. Lined out to the shortstop, Tyler Schumann. Just missing the inside corner makes it 2-1 as Reagan Carter works to Will Udy. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Reagan Carter battling. He's been having to throw a pretty high number of pitches early on. Next one bounces in. Count goes to 3-2. It would be so nice for him to get a clean inning, a 1-2-3. But the next pitch will be a 3-2. But before he delivers it, Will Udy steps out. Rubs his eyes a bit. Taps the outside corner of the plate, then the inside corner. Now he's ready. The payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, a 2-out walk. That's the first walk by Reagan Carter, but he has hit a couple of batters. Now it's Ronald Nelson. Now the lights are on and they are fully illuminated. 1 for 1 is Ronald Nelson. Came around to score the second Crosby run. Cougars lead at 3-0, and he takes a strike to begin the at-bat. And now there's a throw, and it's to first base. It gets past Arroyos, but not far enough for Will Udy to get up and run to second. There is ample foul territory here at FULSHEAR until you get about 40 feet past first and third bases, and then it tightens up considerably. Not a lot of room down there, down those lines. Pitch fouled back, and it's 0-2. Carter just paying attention to the batter. Now brings the 0-2. Oh, that looked good, but it's a ball. 1-2. Carter comes set. Now brings it. Swung on and missed. Down he goes, and that retires the side. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll continue to the bottom of the third inning. Crosby 3, FULSHEAR 0 on VypeFortBend.com.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Billy Squire being played to the crowd. It's hard to know the words to this song.
Let's go, Junior!
So the song is Stroke Me, but it kind of sounds like Strong Man, Strong Man. There's a whole bunch of stuff in that song, but I don't really have time to explain it at the moment. All right, here we go. Leading off, it is Luke Guzeta. Evidently a crowd favorite. Left-handed hitting center fielder for these FULSHEAR Chargers. Parker Hodges to follow. Then back to the top of the order, Ty Powell. Kennemer brings the first pitch. Way upstairs.
Wait for a meatball!
Yes, indeed. Wait for a meatball, but not likely Kennemer's going to bring one. There's a strike. It's 1-1. Kennemer with a Miami Dolphin jersey color glove. Off the end of the bat, sprayed foul on the left side by the left-handed hitting Guzeta. And he's down 1-2. Kennemer looks over the top of his glove. Now brings it outside. 2-2. FULSHEAR winners of 15 of its last 16. Pitch on the way. Oh, just missed him. And it missed the strike zone, and it's 3-2. Kennemer looking over at the dugout, getting some instructions from the coaching staff. There's a chopper toward first base. Long way for Will Uta to go. It gets into right field. That's a base hit to lead off the third. Guzeta with good speed is at first base. Now Parker Hodges. It is a beehive of activity here at FULSHEAR. Now Parker Hodges, I wonder, the deficit is 3-0. Will they have him bunt or will he swing away? Kennemer comes set. First pitch is popped up, and that is caught by Kennemer. My goodness. He caught it just in fair territory for the first out. Now with Luke Guzeta still at first base, it's Ty Powell. Singled to lead off the offensive part of the game for FULSHEAR. Got a funny walk-up song. I'll turn it up for the next time. I really wonder what that's about. Kennemer looks over at first, now brings it in there for a strike. Kennemer doesn't waste much time between pitches. That's down for a ball, 1-1. Glad you're listening on VypeFortBend.com. Always free to listen live and listen later on the podcast. This game, once it's over, we'll podcast it about 45 minutes later. Swung on and sliced out of play. The count is 1-2. So again, I mentioned earlier that the first of our 120-plus sportscasted events on VypeFortBend.com, either the first one or the second one was a FULSHEAR volleyball match. There's a pitch down and in. In fact, I think they lost to Katy Seven Lakes. That pitch down and in makes it 2-2 on Ty Powell. Taps the spikes. Digs in from the left-handed box. Kennemer taking a little more time here. Comes set. Brings it inside, and the count is 3-2. Crosby fans are chirping a little bit. They thought they should have had a strike call there. Guzeta taking his lead off of first. Pitch to Powell. Swung on, and it's hit in the air down the left field line, and it's out of play. Guzeta was running from first like he had been sitting on a spring and goes back to the bag now. Count still 3-2 on Powell. Kennemer brings it, and he fights it off. Ty Powell fouls it back into the net. It's still 3-2. FULSHEAR trailing 3-0 in game one of their best-of-3 series against Crosby. One out and a man at first. Powell ready for another 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Checks his swing. And is it ball 4? Yeah, it's ball 4. Okay. The runner, Guzeta, went, but it doesn't really matter. It's a walk. So runners at first and second now, and it's Tyler Schumann. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Little mound conference involves all the infielders and catcher Larry Johns. Like to say hi to his grandfather, Papa Johns. Also, by the way, I'd like to say hi to Sharon Carter in Seymour, Missouri. She is the mom of Rob Jensen, the head coach of the FULSHEAR Chargers. Thank you so much for listening, Sharon Carter. I know you are yearning for a FULSHEAR victory. All right, Tyler Schumann now digs in after Kennemer and his mates had a little chat. Schumann ready. Kennemer looks back at second, now brings it. And that is lined into right field for a base hit. And they're going to hold the runner at third because it was hit so sharply. And a great job by Carson Larkin to get it in. He threw it over the cutoff man to catcher Larry Johns. But there's excitement on the FULSHEAR side because the bases are loaded with one out. Tyler Schumann just going with the pitch. Guzeta at third, Ty Powell at second, and Schumann at first. And now Noah Ship hit in a double play his first time and would love to atone for that with a big hit. So he represents the go-ahead run at the plate. Yeah, there's a buzz in the ballpark now. And another mound conference, but this one includes Chris Wiggins of Crosby. And the conference is over. Join us tomorrow night, 6:40 p.m. from the hardscrabble streets of Siena, Ridge Point, in Game 1, taking on Houston Westside. Westside beat Stratford in round 1, and Ridge Point needed 3 games to oust Seven Lakes. Well, that's a Jeopardy theme from a long time ago, an old arrangement. All right, Noah Ship. Maybe his ship has come in. I got to meet his grandma before the game. Lovely lady, very nice. All right, Ship is ready. Crowds the plate from the right-handed box. Kennemer goes from the windup. Here it comes. Check swing and the pitch is high for a ball, and they've appealed to the first base umpire. He says no swing. Ship with the weight on the back foot, ready for the pitch. Here it comes, and he fouls it out of play and almost hit the light standard behind the first base dugout. By the way, there is something that you're very likely to hear and see if you go to Crosby for Game 2 tomorrow, which I know a lot of you FULSHEAR folks are going to do. Kennemer brings the pitch. Check swing, and it's high for a ball, 2-1. So Crosby fans, what I'm going to say when I get a moment, you have seen it before, and it's very unusual. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and fouled into the mitt of Larry Johns. It's 2-2. FULSHEAR fans yearning for the big hit right here from Noah Ship. Pitch on the way. Ground ball is to second base. Carter Underwood flips to second for one and on to first. Double play again. Oh my goodness. You got to be dry shaving me. But great fielding for Crosby. That one, instead of going 6-3 for the double play, went 4-6-3. FULSHEAR fans didn't like the call at the back end of it. However, the third inning is over. Our score remains Crosby 3, FULSHEAR nothing.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
FULSHEAR has hit into a double play to end all three of the first innings. By the way, I don't know that I said that very articulately, and that's because I got to say hi to Ava Underwood. I think she might be my favorite volleyball player of all time. All right, Larry Johns is going to lead off for Crosby, and as I tried to say, but didn't say very well, FULSHEAR has hit into a double play to end the first three innings, and they trail 3-0. First pitch to Johns is high for a ball. Reagan Carter looking in. Fiercely competitive gaze in his eyes. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. It's 1-1. So I looked back, and FULSHEAR split its 2 games with district champion Foster, and FULSHEAR lost a game to Angleton, so they had 2 district losses, and that's why they were the second seed in District 24-5A. Here comes the 1-1. Downstairs for a ball. So Reagan Carter, in a 4-3 loss to Foster, he pitched a most masterful game, and looking at the box score, I don't even know how he lost it. The 2-1 pitch is high. It's now 3-1. He gave up 1 hit. He only walked 3. He pitched 6 innings at Foster. He struck out 10. And somehow Foster won the game 4-3. I don't know how it happened. And there is ball 4. Larry Johns gets on. And I'm going to carefully watch. I'm sure someone's going to come out and be his courtesy runner. Indeed, that's what we get. And that courtesy runner, whom I did not identify the first time, is Cade Robleski. Sorry about that, Cade. I owe you one. So Robleski running for Larry Johns at first base, and now it is James Londrigan. Strikeout victim in the second inning. We're in the top of the 4th. Crosby on top, 3-0 over FULSHEAR. Reagan Carter throws over. So it's not often you see somebody pitch as well as Reagan Carter did in that 4-3 loss to Foster. I don't know how Foster won the game. Bunt down the third base line, scooped by Cortez, throws to first, not in time. It bounces in, and look out. There are going to be runners at first and third as the throw kind of bounced. And I think the problem was Cortez, when he scooped it, he couldn't quite get a grip. He had to take a step or two before he released it, and it was a little bit to the inside of the bag. And a nice effort by Arroyos to try and gather it in, but everybody is safe. Robleski ends up at third, and Londrigan is at first. Now Kennemer steps up. Yarbrough gets out from behind the plate and has signals for the infielders. They appear to be at double play depth, so with runners at the corners, they'll probably concede a run if they can get a double play. Kennemer ready. Right-handed hitter near the front of the box, but right now the infield umpire is saying a little something to Reagan Carter. I'm not sure what it's about. He's not feeling his hand to see if it's sticky, if you're wondering. Carter comes set. Now he fakes the throw to third, throws to first, almost got his man. You almost never see that work. I call it the sound and fury signifying nothing play, or the Shakespeare play. Usually the pitcher will look at third, fake the throw, look at first, then fake the throw again. That time he actually threw it. He almost got Londrigan. Meanwhile, back in the batter's box, Keith Kennemer waiting. Here's the pitch. Just missed getting hit. That would have been the third hit by pitch had Kennemer been struck. Kennemer doesn't have a gaudy batting average, but he's got 14 RBIs, 4 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers to lead the Crosby team. And now another sound and fury signifying nothing play as Carter faked a throw to third, faked a throw to first. I never say whirling dervish because I don't know what a dervish is. But that's what most announcers say. Here's the pitch. Squared to bunt, took it, but it's a strike. 1-1. Lovely night for baseball. The temperature has dropped 6 degrees from 88 to 82 as Crosby bats in the top of the fourth. Yarbrough comes out from behind the plate. The catcher giving the signals to his infield. They're still at double play depth. It's 3-0 Crosby in game 1 of their best-of-3 series. Kennemer digs in. Carter fakes to third. Nothing happening. All right, so Crosby fans, you are quite familiar with something I'm going to share with Chargers fans. And here's a good time to do it as Yarbrough is going to go out and talk to Reagan Carter. So in 2015, I went to broadcast game 1 of a series between Ridgepoint and Crosby when Ridgepoint was still in 5A. It was at a neutral site in Pasadena. And Crosby brought its band. They brought a band to a baseball game. I haven't seen it before. I haven't seen it since. And Crosby is probably going to have their band at game 2 tomorrow, which is on Crosby's home field. Here's a 1-1. That pitch is high for a ball, and there's a stolen base by Londrigan. He went ahead and went, and Hudson Yarbrough, I think they had already decided he was not going to throw down. Didn't want to risk letting another run score. However, you've got Robleski at third, and now you've got Londrigan at second, and again, there's a chat between Yarbrough and his pitcher, Carter. So, in the second game, FULSHEAR fans expect to see the Crosby band in the stands. And then the third game, if it's necessary, will be at a neutral site. I'm not really sure where it's going to be. But I don't know if Crosby will bring their band to that neutral site. But I do believe that Coach Rob Jensen of FULSHEAR decided on bringing the Crosby band to this venue. And we're still not playing baseball. We're still talking. All right, so now the home plate umpire wants to go out and talk to Reagan Carter. It can't be a blister, can it? Well, maybe it can because it appears the FULSHEAR trainer is out there. That is William Bennett. And he's taking a look at Reagan Carter's finger. We're going to take a break and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We want to thank the folks at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land for taking care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. By the way, just talking about our history with FULSHEAR, Carter's coming out. Reagan Carter is coming off the mound. It looks like he's developed a blister or something on his pitching hand, but while his replacement warms up, I will give you a little bit of information about what we've done with FULSHEAR. The new pitcher, by the way, is Jaden Loggins. He's a freshman. And another one of the bleach blondes. Jaden Loggins. Okay, so back in, it was the fall of 2018. And, we cover a lot of Fort Bend ISD programs. That's our first priority. And in the fall of 2018, I decided, you know what? When I have some open dates where there are no Fort Bend football games to do or no early season basketball games, I was going to jump on the Needville Blue Jays. Well, Needville won all of its district games, including the season finale against the FULSHEAR Chargers. And there was a freshman on that team named Greta Feeney. She was the only freshman on that 2018 FULSHEAR volleyball team who was still with them 3 years later. All right, so Needville beat FULSHEAR, and Needville made it all the way to the state championship, and they lost to Decatur. And I went to Garland and covered that. Well, the next year, FULSHEAR got really good. They had Ava Underwood, and they had, all of a sudden I've forgotten their tallest and most devastating player. Her name will come to me soon, but FULSHEAR went all the way, and they beat Hereford in the state championship game. They were the state 4A champions, and we were so proud to have done it. Then the next year, they move up to 5A, and then they go all the way to the state championship, but unfortunately, the joyless Lucas Lovejoy Leopards were there, and they defeated FULSHEAR. FULSHEAR just crushed everybody in their path until they got to Lovejoy, which did the same to all of their opponents. So FULSHEAR did not get the championship in 2019, but they did go all the way to the final. Well, since those FULSHEAR Charger girls won state in 2018, and they didn't even really know what VypeFortBend.com was, I've been to state championship level competition, but I haven't come home happy from Garland or Round Rock or Arlington or wherever I go for state championships. I am hungry for another one. Okay, now here we go. Jaden Loggins, first pitch to Kennemer. He inherits a 2-1 count, and it's low for a ball, 3-1. I would give you some numbers on Jaden Loggins, but I don't have any. The only number I have is 9. That's what grade he's in. Here's the 3-1. There's a strike. Kennemer was running to first base, thinking he had drawn a base on balls. But it's now 3-2. Still nobody out. Top of the 4th. Crosby on top, 3-0. FULSHEAR has had offensive opportunities, but they have hit into a double play to end each of the first 3 innings. Kennemer ready. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and fouled back into the screen. And a lot of experience. Well, that's not what Loggins has, but he does have a lot of encouragement coming out of the stands. Kennemer digs in from the stretch. Hi, Tyra. That pitch is low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Jaden Loggins on in relief of the starting pitcher, Reagan Carter. Back to the top of the order, Giovanni Syons. When I hear the last name Loggins, of course, I think of Kenny Loggins, Mr. Soundtrack, Mr. Danger Zone, Mr. Footloose. There's a very charming story about Kenny Loggins, who I presume is no relation to Jaden Loggins. All right. FULSHEAR's got to try very, very hard to make sure the game doesn't get away from them. Going from the windup to pitch to Syons, it'll be Loggins trying to get a comebacker and then throw home and get the double play at first. Pitch on the way, high pop-up, foul ground on the right side, and no way that the first baseman Arroyos is going to be able to reach it. In fact, it goes out of play, lands on the metal roof atop the first base dugout. Home tonight for the Crosby Cougars. Robleski is at third, Londrigan is at second, and Kennemer. No, it's not Kennemer, it's a courtesy runner. Got to get an ID. Here's a high fly ball to right field. Coming over, it's Ty Powell. He's got it, throws home hard, and here comes the throw, and it's wide of the plate, and the run scores. Safe with the 4th run is Robleski. Sacrifice fly for Syons. And that's just the first out. On the play, Londrigan moves to third. Now Carter Underwood, whom I have confirmed is no relation to FULSHEAR volleyball legend Ava Underwood, who's going to Texas A&M in the fall. Brielle Warren is going to Purdue, another great FULSHEAR volleyball player who came in right after they won that state championship. The first pitch is low to Underwood, ball 1. One out in the inning. Syons just hit a sacrifice fly. Now the fake throw to third and nothing happening. Loggins looks over at first. Runners at the corners. One out. Pitch to Underwood. In there for a strike. It's 1-1. Kenny Loggins, when he was in high school, had a girlfriend who was her dad was a big record company executive. Pitch on the way. And it's a stolen base, and Yarbrough was going to throw to second, but the ball slipped out of his mitt. And this is a good time to tell you that the courtesy runner, Aaron Martinez, running in place of Kennemer, is now in scoring position. Robleski was running for Larry Johns. He came home from third on the Syons sacrifice fly. Now there are runners at second and third. The windup and the pitch. That is a fly ball toward right center field, and it's going to get down. It's going to bring home 2 runs. No, it's not. It's only going to bring home one. Scoring on the play was Londrigan, and they had Aaron Martinez hold up at third. But it's an RBI single for Carter Underwood. The score is 5-0. Jaden Loggins gets back on top of the mound, and now he will face Sean Bazemore, the baddest batsman on the Crosby roster. This is his first look at him. There are runners at the corners with one out. Loggins brings it. Bazemore watches it down and away. And there's an advance from first to second by Underwood. No throw from Yarbrough. Stolen base for Carter Underwood. He's at second. And Aaron Martinez is at third. Strong wind blowing out to left. Bazemore does have a homer on the season. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, and Bazemore holds up his left hand just to let his teammates know that the ball did not get away. Don't try to advance. Loggins now winding up. Here comes the pitch. Bazemore hits it hard into left field. That'll bring home one run, but only one, an RBI single. And Bazemore on the throw into the infield takes second. Two consecutive hits after the sacrifice fly, and for Bazemore, that bumps up his RBI total to 25. 3 runs have scored. Underwood remains at third base. And now there's a mound conference. Coach Rob Jensen is out there. He's not going to make a pitching change. He's got his freshman in there, and sometimes there is a strategy to the 3-game series. If you maybe feel like game 1 is getting away from you, you're going to still fight to try and win the game, but you might bring in someone who is not necessarily your first man out of the bullpen. So Coach Jensen continues to talk to his infield and his freshman pitcher, Jaden Loggins. Now he's headed back to the dugout. 6-0 is our score now after that RBI single from Bazemore. 1 run in the first for Crosby. 2 more came across in the second. And the starting pitcher, Reagan Carter, was able to keep the Cougars off the scoreboard in the third, but here in the fourth, 3 more runs have come home. Now it is Cade Udy, the left fielder, reached on an error and struck out. His first look at the freshman. Loggins rocks and fires the first one. And that is high to left field and deep. It will probably score a run. Catch made by Parker Hodges. Tagging up from third and scoring easily is Carter Underwood. And it's 7-0. Second sacrifice fly of the inning. Cade Udy gets the job done. 2 away. Bazemore stayed at second on the play, and now Will Udy, E-U-D-Y. So Fulshear will go to Crosby tomorrow evening for game 2. Will Udy digs in. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Seven to nothing. Crosby on top. 2 outs and a runner at second, and a little turnaround by Loggins. He kind of lifted that lead leg and then turned around and looked back at second. Bazemore still there. I was impressed by the way the folks from Crosby got here on time. They got here early. There were a bunch of folks here an hour before the game. Pitch in the dirt. 1-1 as Jaden Loggins works to Will Udy. Hope springs eternal among the FULSHEAR faithful. You can't get the 7 runs all back at once. Here's the 1-1. And that is deep to left field. It is driving Hodges back. He looks up. It is off the wall. It missed a homer by a single foot. Bazemore comes home to score. It makes it 8-0. It is a double for Will Udy. You know, if he'd eaten one more spoonful of Wheaties for breakfast, I think that would have gone out. What a almost bomb that was. So now the Crosby Cougars flexing their muscle. And the last thing that FULSHEAR wants is a run rule game, but Crosby's got to be thinking about getting it right now. We're in the top of the 4th. 8-0 is our score. And now Ronald Nelson comes up, the DH. 1 for 2 with a single. He came around to score in the second after getting that hit. Wow, just a foot from the top of the wall by Will Udy. That pitch is in there for a strike to Nelson. Loggins looks back at second. Pitch on the way. Curveball gets under Yarbrough, but no advance by Udy. Will Udy. So both Udy brothers have driven home a run in this inning. Cade Udy launched a sacrifice fly, and Will Udy hit one off the left field fence. I mean, it was a foot below the yellow stripe. Loggins delivers, and a spoiled swing, an emergency swing by Nelson to keep alive at 0-2. Larry Johns, the catcher, is due to bat next. Loggins looks back at second. Now brings it to Nelson. Swing and a miss, and finally the inning comes to an end. So the freshman pitcher, Loggins, gets his first playoff strikeout. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. 8-0 Crosby as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Okay, so with Jaden Loggins into the game, pitching for FULSHEAR, the freshman pitcher, I thought I would tell that story about Kenny Loggins, who, when he was in high school, is dating this girl whose dad is a big record company executive. And so, you know, the little girl is, she's just enamored of her boyfriend, Kenny. So she says, "Daddy, can you listen to Kenny's song?" And the dad loves his daughter and thinks Kenny Loggins is a nice kid. So he says, Sure, I'll be happy to listen to his song. Well, he plays him the song House at Pooh Corner. And he figures, you know, he's a knowledgeable record executive. He doesn't think the song is going to do anything. He says, sure, we'll publish it. Well, the rest is history. First pitch swinging, Lane Arroyos doubling down the left field line. And he slides in, didn't really need to, but I think he enjoyed doing that. And that's something to perhaps get a FULSHEAR comeback started. Yeah, the fans are excited. Anyway, I thought you would enjoy that song about, that story about Kenny Loggins because, you know, sometimes, an adult who's in a position of influence can just kind of pat a kid on the head thinking nothing will come of this, but we all know what's happened with Kenny Loggins, the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, just because his girlfriend got her dad to listen to a song and, you know, Kenny Loggins blew up. He did not marry the girl, by the way. All right. So Lane Arroyos is at second with a leadoff double in the bottom of the fourth. Now Rafael Cortez. Pitch from Kennemer upstairs. Ball one. Now this is something that I know Chris Wiggins is an awesome coach, but you can see it among the most awesome managers in Major League Baseball. Sometimes you get a big lead. It's easy to relax just a little bit. Pitch up in his eyes. He swung, and Cortez fouled it back behind the screen. It's 1-1. So, you know, if you're a pitcher, as Kennemer is in this situation, enjoying a 5-run lead, you don't want to relax, and you tell yourself not to. But I just wonder if that might have had something to do with the double on the first pitch by Arroyos. Only the baseball gods know. And of course, the one true and living God. Here we go. There's a ground ball to third base. Bazemore looks back the runner and on to first and out at first. And Arroyo stays at second. The play goes 5-3. Bazemore, wow, what a complete player. I mean, he's crushing it as a hitter. You know, he's not pitching tonight. He probably will be tomorrow. But Bazemore as a pitcher is 10-1 with a 1.14 ERA and 2 perfect games. And he just playing a mean third base over there. All right, Gavin Waits, the DH. Right-handed hitter facing Kennemer. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike. FULSHEAR fans not going anywhere. They will stay till the end and root for their Chargers. Crosby's got to feel good about things, though, leading 8-0. Pitch on the way, and that is ripped down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. Gavin Waits really got the barrel on that one. Waits reached on a fielder's choice. FULSHEAR hit into double plays to end the first, second, and third innings. Meanwhile, Crosby has gotten the offense going. Here's the pitch. Waits takes a called strike 3 on the inside corner. He doesn't like it, and there are 2 away. Now Hudson Yarbrough is going to be replaced by a pinch hitter here. It is Stefano Ramos, sophomore outfielder and a lefty swinger. And before he steps into the box, Coach Rob Jensen comes over to the home plate dirt. He wants to talk to the home plate umpire about something. So the leadoff double by Lane Arroyos has not blossomed into anything just yet. He is still at second base. Cortez grounded out, and on the play, Bazemore looked Arroyos back, and then Gavin Waits got the looking strikeout, and now the pressure is on the pinch hitter, Stefano Ramos. Charger fans are staying engaged. They're just looking for anything in the way of a number on the scoreboard to get excited about. Kennemer now in a position to pitch from a rocking chair, but he does have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Ramos. First pitch swinging. He had a good rip, but he comes up empty. 0-1. Kennemer looks in, and he gets the sign from his catcher, Larry Johns. Pitch on the way. That's high for a ball. 1-1. By the way, if you go to the game too, Fulshear and Crosby tomorrow night, you're going to love their ballpark. There's a ground ball up the middle and behind second base. Everybody's going to be safe. Sion's got a glove on it but didn't field it cleanly. Couldn't make a throw to first. And on the play, Arroyos moves to third. It's a base hit for Yarbrough. I think he would have been safe no matter what. Now it is Luke Guzeta, the number 8 hitter. So Ramos came through to set the table for Guzeta. He is 1 for 1. He singled to lead off the third, and he stands in. And Larry Johns, the catcher, steps out in front of the plate, looks at his wristband, holds up some fingers, signals to his infielders on what to do if there's a stolen base attempt. And Guzeta will go for it. Stepped in, stepped out, still thinking, visualizing. Now he's ready. Kennemer looks in, nods at his catcher, Johns. Brings it. Guzeta takes a ball inside, 1-0. Fans just so anxious to get a run on the board. Guzeta ready. That pitch bounces in, and it's 2-0. Still runners at the corners with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. And Fulshear needing to get something to get some insurance against a run rule game. Maybe get some confidence with the bats. Those 3 double plays in the first 3 innings were devastating. Each one retired the side. Here's the 2-0. Guzeta takes, and it's a strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Arroyos is at third. He doubled to lead off the inning, and Hudson Yarbrough just singled. He's at first. Pitch to Guzeta. And he gives a good rip, but he fouls it straight back into the darkness. By the way, if you just like high school baseball and in softball too, we're going to have games every day this week and probably multiple games on Saturday, maybe even a softball game, 3 on Monday between Foster and Santa Fe. Those are 2 great teams. Santa Fe ranked in the top 10 in the state in Class 5A. Foster is not, but maybe they should be. They knocked off defending state champion Barbers Hill. All right, Guzeta ready. And now a throw over to first. I've seen the Shakespeare play, Sound and Fury signifying nothing, actually lead to a throw to first twice tonight. Kennemer throwing over to first to try and get Ramos. Did not get him. So we're still awaiting a 2-2 pitch. Now Larry Johns, the catcher, steps out in front of the plate again and holds up a fist. And I don't think it means solidarity. It means something strategic. All right, Guzeta showing that patience is a virtue. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down he goes, and that ends the inning. Fulshear comes up empty yet again. 8-0 as we go to the fifth. Crosby in command on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
All right, here we go. It is Jaden Loggins, the freshman, back out there for a full inning of work. He came in relief of the starter, Reagan Carter. Due up for Crosby, Larry Johns, James Londrigan, and Keith Kennemer, the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Well, the Crosby Cougars have certainly played like a team that deserves to be ranked 8th in the state. And here is the first pitch, righty to righty. And a curveball did not break. It's upstairs. Ball 1. Johns has singled and walked. Pitch on the way and just missed, grazing his jersey. And it's 2-0. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Two and one as Loggins works to Larry Johns. He rocks in, fires. Fouled straight back, and it's 2-2. So be ready for the Crosby Band when they play Game 2 at their fabulous sports complex tomorrow. It's an awesome complex. It really is. Here's the 2-2, and that is hit deep to left field, but it's going to hang up for Parker Hodges. He squeezes it for out number 1. Johns gave it a pretty good ride into left field. And now he have James Londrigan. He's 0 for 2, but he did reach on an error and came around to score in that big 5-run 4th inning. And that has put the score at 8-0 Crosby. And you know they're thinking, let's get 10 runs, meaning they need 2 more. And a bunt spins into foul territory. Every once in a while you come across a surname, that is to say a last name that you've never seen. I've never seen anyone named Londrigan, Londrigan. Here's the 0-1. You know, he could have gone in, somebody in his family could have gone into the cleaning business and, well, the clothes cleaning business and Londrigan's Laundry. By the way, have you ever noticed that in Houston, in greater Houston, we don't call it a laundromat. It's a washateria. And I've been to lots of cities. I've never seen a washateria anywhere other than greater Houston. That is down the left field line and twisting out of play. 1-2. And now Loggins looks over at the third base dugout, gets some instruction, nods at his catcher, brings the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. They appeal to the first base umpire. Nothing is going FULSHEAR's way tonight. The count now 2-2. You know, these Crosby Cougars, well, hold on a second. Here's the 2-2. Down and in for a ball. It's 3-2. Crosby has not given up a run in 4 games. They beat Port Arthur Memorial and Galveston Ball in 2 series, and they haven't given up a run tonight. Little tapper that goes foul back behind the home plate dirt. They're having fun over in the Crosby dugout, very relaxed with the comfortable lead of 8-0, all leaning on the rail. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. And there's a strikeout for the freshman pitcher Loggins. It's his second. He got a strikeout to end the 4th. 2 away and the base is clean, and now Keith Kennemer. First pitch to him, high in the air to short left field. Coming on is Parker Hodges. He's under it, and he makes the catch with 2 hands as Luke Guzeta comes in right behind him, you know, just in case he needed to back up. All right. So here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's 8-0. Crosby on top of FULSHEAR on VypeFortBend.com.
Coming in at 5 foot 3 inches, it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Grant Davis steps in to pinch hit for Parker Hodges and lead off the bottom of the 5th. 8-0, FULSHEAR trailing. And we'll see if the Chargers can get a run on the board and go from there. Ty Powell waits to bat next, then it'll be Tyler Schumann. First pitch is a strike. Pitch to Grant Davis. Takes another strike, and he's down 0-2. And he wears jersey number 2. And there's a ground ball toward shortstop, and Giovanni Science throws him out. He's been airtight today. So that play goes 6-3. And the first man is out. You know, believe it or not, that's the first time that Kennemer has retired the leadoff hitter in an inning. He's given up a single. A guy has reached on an error. He gave up a single in the third and a double in the fourth, and the first pitch is in there for a strike to Ty Powell. Powell has singled and walked. Kennemer brings the pitch. Looks, and that's a ball inside. "81 degrees here in fabulous Fulshear." Fastball in there for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Kennemer looks over the top of his aquamarine colored glove. Here comes the 1-2. Fighting it off and slicing it into the darkness on the left side. That will send a couple of elementary-aged children rustling into the tall grass to find the ball. Kennemer brings the 1-2. Powell backs away inside, 2-2. We'll have Ridge Point taking on Westside in Game 1 from Siena tomorrow night. Batter up show at 6:40. Those same two teams, Game 2 on Friday night at 6:40, but that will be from Stratford. Swing and a miss, down goes Powell, 2 away. All right, so we have yet another pinch hitter. Fulshear brings up Tyler Schumann. I'm crazy. Tyler Schumann's not a pinch hitter. Thought he was a little brother. Okay, sorry. It's 8-0. I had a lapse in concentration. First pitch is a ball to Schumann. Hit into a fielder's choice and singled in the third. Swings and misses at a 1-0 pitch, and it's now 1-1. Open stance from the right-handed box. Kennemer working quickly, brings it downstairs. Kicks up some dirt as it goes into the mid of the catcher, Larry Johns. Two and 1 the count. Schumann ready. Here it comes. Ground ball to second base. Carter Underwood can't handle it. Bounces off his glove. E4 to keep the inning alive. Now Noah Shipp. Noah Shipp has had the misfortune of hitting into 2 double plays. And he's going to take matters into his own bare hands. Yes, he bats without batting gloves. 8-0, Fulshear trailing, bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Shipp in the dirt, ball 1. Kennemer gets the sign and brings it. It's a ground ball between third and short and into left field for a base hit. Schumann moves to second, and it's a single for Noah Shipp. Schumann and Shipp. Lane Arroyos doubled his last time up. That led off the 4th. Things looked pretty promising, but Fulshear couldn't get anything across. And now it's going to be a mound conference. And it's one of the assistants for Crosby. It is not head coach Chris Wiggins. It is Matt Wolford, their assistant. Just a couple of reminders, I'm sure. Kennemer looks like he still has plenty in the tank. And he has pitched several complete games. He's got 9 complete games. Now, granted, sometimes in high school you get a run rule game and you can get a complete game where you pitched 5 innings. That happens sometimes. Nevertheless, 9 complete games is pretty impressive. And Sean Bazemore, who's likely to get the start on the mound tomorrow in Game 2, has 8 complete games. Keith Kennemer has 5 shutouts. He is working on a 6th, and you can bet he really wants it. Now Arroyos, left-handed hitter, made good contact both times. First pitch. Curveball is high and away, probably. Low, slow practice swings. He waits in the left-handed batter's box. And he asks for time because Kennemer took too long for Arroyos' liking. Kennemer a deep breath. Nods at his catcher, Johns. Looks back at second, now brings it. Arroyos looks at a pitch low for a ball. Two and nothing the count. Now that pitch is inside. He kind of raises his hands up and moves his midsection back. And the count is 3-0. If he can draw a walk and load the bases, it would be Rafael Cortez. Pitch to Arroyo. No way he's swinging on 3-0. And it's in there for a called strike. Digs in and gets ready for the next one. Kennemer brings it. Check swing, and it's ball 4. Evidently, the catcher, Johns, was saying a little something to Arroyos, like that it was a strike, but it wasn't. So that moves Ship over to second. Schumann is now at third, and now Cortez comes up. He's 1 for 2 with a second inning single, and now we got a little chat on the mound. And it doesn't seem to involve a coach, so I don't think they're going to take out Kennemer. And it looks like a very informal chat. It doesn't look like strategy. It just looks like 2 guys on the corner outside the malt shop. Actually, 5 guys, because it was the 4 infielders and Kennemer, and Johns stayed behind the plate. All right, Cortez digging in from the right-handed box. First pitch to him, down for a ball, 1-0. Cortez ready, here's the pitch, and he swings, trying to go downtown, and he hits it back over the backstop. It's 1-1. Cortez with the weight on the back foot, loads up and takes a strike. It's 1-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. Kennemer shakes, 1 call up, and then he hits a man. In comes a run. Oh, it's painful, but Cortez draws the hit by pitch, and Arroyos, or rather Schumann, scores from third. Ship moves to third. Arroyos now at second. And Cortez, after the hit by pitch, he took one for the team, and it drives home a run. He gets an RBI the painful way, and now it's Gavin Waits, the DH. So they're having a conference on the mound again, and there's no coach out there, so I don't think there's going to be a change. Meanwhile, the trainer is looking at Cortez. I'm not sure he's going to be able to stay in. He's not. There's going to be a courtesy runner. Caden Jones is going to come in, and he is going to run for Cortez. The first run is in. Fulshear is on the board. 8-1 they trail, and now Gavin Waits has an opportunity. On Saturday, if there's a Game 3 between Ridge Point and Westside, we'll have it at noon. If there isn't, then we'll have Game 2 of the softball series between Foster and Santa Fe, 11 a.m. first pitch. If there's a Game 3 between Foster and LaPorte baseball, we'll have that game at night. That pitch is inside, and a second consecutive hit by pitch, and it's 8-2. Noah Ship comes home after Gavin Waits gets hit. The hits by pitch are even at 2. Caden Jones, the courtesy runner for Cortez, goes to second. And Waits didn't have the pain. You know, it just kind of brushed him. All right, so Hudson Yarbrough is not going to hit here. It'll be Stefano Ramos, who's already batted once. And I think I heard them chanting, "Poppy, Poppy, Poppy." And we'll see if they chant that again. And it looks like Ramos is talking to the barrel of his bat. You know, you got to do what you got to do. You know, if he could hit one in the gap, we'd have us a ball game. Here's the pitch to Ramos. Big swing, comes up empty. 0-1. Kennemer is probably very annoyed at having given up a couple of runs. And he's got no one to blame but himself. Here's a strike. It's 0-2 on Ramos. Got to protect. Left-handed hitting Ramos. Ready for Kennemer's 0-2 delivery. Here it comes. Outside for a ball. Next pitch, and it's down and in. Looks like it almost hit him in the leg. And it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And he hit it towards shortstop. It'll be Science throwing across in time. That guy is automatic. All right, so that final out goes 6-3, but it's kind of a weird-looking scorebook for Fulshear in the bottom of the fifth, but they do get on the board. 2 runs on just 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 men left on base. Wow, through 5 innings, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 runners left on base through 5 innings for Fulshear. We'll go to the top of the 6th. The Chargers trail Crosby 8-2.
Coming in at 5'3", it's #1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom shakalaka. That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3for1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Back to the top of the order, Giovanni Science for Crosby, as the Cougars' lead has been cut a little bit from 8-0 down to 8-2. Science is grounded out to short, got hit by a pitch and hit a sacrifice fly to drive in one of those 8 runs. Right-hander against Loggins. The freshman brings it and hits Science in the back of the leg. It seems like maybe that's happening so often here lately that it's almost as if it's the object of the game. But I digress. All right, Carter Underwood comes up. Struck out, hit by a pitch, and caught stealing, but singled and scored in the 4th. Underwood digs in from the right-handed batter's box. Pitch on the way. Just missed the outside corner. It's 1-0. Loggins came in. And he came in the 4th. There's a quick throw over. And Science dives back in. Got a waistband full of dirt. Taking his secondary lead. Loggins looks at him. Now brings it to Underwood. And it's a ball. A frame attempt by Hudson Yarbrough did not convince the ump. Underwood ready. Here it comes. He started to bunt, left it alone, and it's a ball high. Underwood stepped out of the box. I think he tied his shoe. Now he's back in, ready for the 3-0. Here it comes. Outside, 4-pitch walk. So Loggins has got 2 guys on. No pitches in the strike zone. 1 struck a batter and a 4-pitch walk. You don't want to give anything back. Fulshear has had such a frustrating night offensively, but they did get 2 runs on the board, and look out, Sean Bazmore's in the box. Better pitch him carefully. Here's the pitch. And that is high in the air, and it's going to go foul back behind the stands. It might draw aluminum. No, it just drew concrete. A bunch of people are going down the aisle here in the stands. I don't think they're going to retrieve the foul ball. And there goes a Gator. I mean a John Deere Gator. Don't worry, we're not in, where would you find gators? You know, down near Brazos Bend. I hear there are some in Oyster Creek. All right, I digress again. The 0-1 to Bazmore, but not yet. Loggins kind of lifted that lead leg and then looked back at second. Science is there. He was hit by a pitch to start the inning. Carter Underwood walked. It is 8-2 Crosby, and they're trying to add to it here in the 6th. Pitch on the way, breaking ball, strike. They gave away a lot of those little clapper things before the game. They gave all of them away, but I haven't heard them as much as I think the purveyors of those clappers. That pitch goes behind Bazemore. A wild one all the way to the backstop, and the runners move up. Science to third, Underwood to second. It takes an experienced baseball player when the ball is being thrown kind of behind you because you're kind of locked in on the airspace in front of you where the strike zone is. Sometimes guys will just instinctively move away from the plate and get hit by a pitch like that, but Bazemore just stayed right where he was. Now he hits it deep to center field, and that is going to send back Guzeta. It is over his head. That's going to drive home 2 runs. Here comes Science, here comes Underwood, and it's a triple with 2 RBIs on the play for Sean Bazemore. He's a bad man. So that is 3 runs batted in for Bazemore. First triple of the game, and now it's back to an 8-run lead. And there's still nobody out in the inning. Wow, 2-run triple. There is a mound conference. I don't know if Coach Jensen is going to make a change. He might just kind of tell Loggins, hey, I know this is a tough situation, but you got to finish it. Nope, it's going to be someone else. We'll come back and tell you who the new pitcher is when we return on VypeFortBend.com.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
They're playing Wild Thing as they bring in the third pitcher, Ryan Ferns. Right-hander Ryan Ferns has power. So the lead has ballooned back up to an 8-run deficit, 10-2. Crosby leads FULSHEAR. And still nobody out in the top of the 6th, so the Crosby Cougars would love to get it to an advantage of 10 or more runs, and then they could finish this off a little earlier and get on that bus and head on back to Crosby.
Hey, let's go, Ryan.
So Ryan Ferns will try to stop the bleeding here, but there are runners. Well, just the one runner is at third base. That is Bazemore, who just drove in 2 runs with a triple, and now Cade Udy. First pitch to him. First pitch swinging. Pop up near the backstop. Going back is Yarbrough, and he overran it. Oh, my goodness. He could have had it. He really hustled and just kind of ran under it. Cade Udy reached on an error in the first. Struck out, but did hit a sacrifice fly to bring home one of the 5 runs that came home in the fourth. 10-2 Crosby looking for more, trying to run rule the FULSHEAR Chargers in game 1 of this series. The pitch to Cade Udy, puts down a bunt, right back to Ferns. He thinks about going home, but then he goes to first. The run scores. It is 11-2. The deficit is 9. They would have had to make the tag play at the plate, so they just decided better go to first with it. And that's only the first out of the inning, but now the bases are clean. And now it's Will Udy. Hit the ball hard his first time, lining out to short. Walked in the third. Hit a double that drove home a run in the fourth. Will Udy, 14 RBIs, make it 15 after the one he got tonight. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it back into the screen. He also had 7 doubles beginning the evening, and now he has 8. Ferns nods at his catcher, Yarbrough. Here's the 0-1, and it's popped up on the infield. Second baseman Noah Shipp stepping up 1 step from the infield grass, makes the catch, and there are 2 away. Now Ronald Nelson.
Now batting number 11, Nick Lacey.
Nick Lacey steps up, and he is batting in place of Ronald Nelson. Nick Lacey, 13 RBIs on the year for a guy that really doesn't get as many at-bats. He's not a regular. He has 3 doubles and 1 triple on the season. Ferns from the stretch with the bases empty. Brings it. Upstairs, ball 1. Join us for Ridgepoint versus Westside the next 2 nights. Batter Up show at 6:40 tomorrow and Friday, and the first pitch at 7. Ferns brings it. Swung on and fouled away. Nick Lacey has a 1-1 count. Lacey is ready. Ferns brings the 1-1. Just missed the outside corner, 2-1. Ryan Ferns kind of looks like Ryan Stanek of the Astros. He doesn't have as much hair flopping around out of the back of his cap. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Count even, 2-2. Ryan's got some athletic supporters in the stands, if you know what I mean. Takes the long look in, gets ready to bring the 2-2. Here it comes. Oh, close. But it's 3-2. Ferns comes set. And here it comes. The payoff pitch is outside for a ball. And it's a 2-out walk. Nick Lacey goes on down to first.
Now batting number 2, Larry Johns.
Now Larry Johns. On Saturday, if we don't have a Ridge Point versus Westside Game 3, we'll have a Game 2, softball, Foster and Santa Fe. And if a Game 3 is necessary in the Foster series, the baseball series against LaPorte, we'll have that. Quick pitch, fouled back by Johns. There are still plenty of fans around, but a few of them have decided, I hope it's because of their diligence in being ready for school tomorrow. It is a school night, but it's May, and frankly, I wouldn't care if I didn't get home till after midnight. Even when the game is not close. By the way, there was a pickoff attempt to try and pick off Lacey, but throw kind of skipped away a little bit, not very far from Arroyos. Meanwhile, it's 0-1 on Johns. Ferns brings it. Ball outside. 1-1. Wind still blowing out toward left field. Johns is ready. Here comes the pitch. Outside, and a nice backhand by Yarbrough that keeps Lacey where he is at first. And the count is 2-1. Now John steps out, looks down at Coach Wiggins in the third base box, gets the sign, steps back in. Ferns just trying to get out of this inning and keep it at a 9-run game. Pitch on the way, fouled back into the screen on the right side. And James Londrigan plays it off the net and catches it with his two almost bare hands. He's wearing batting gloves as he waits on deck. And the count is 2-2. Ferns comes set. Doesn't look at Lacey, brings it. Pitches upstairs for a ball. 3-2 is the count, and so with the next pitch, you're going to see Lacey take a head start off of first base. Lacey brushing the dirt off of himself. He had to dive back to first. There was a snap throw, but it wasn't close, so I didn't say anything. Pitch to Johns. There goes Lacey. Swung on and a little tapper back toward the mound, but it hit him on the foot. So it's a foul ball. And I'll tell you what, Larry John's puppy is barking. That's what you say when it hits you in the foot. I guess you say my dogs can breathe when you take your shoes off at the end of a long, hot day. All right, so Lacey will take off again when Ferns brings the next pitch. Ferns comes set. Here's the pitch. There goes Lacey. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So FULSHEAR gets out of it without getting behind by 10 runs. They trail 11-2. We'll be back with more on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. branch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireAndAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Tonight's exclusive VypeFortBend.com radio presentation is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Automotive, 4 great Fort Bend County locations where you can get the very best prices on tires. You get great service, anything your vehicle needs to run at its very best. All 4 locations open Monday through Saturday. Visit FirstTireAndAuto.com. They've all got all kinds of great coupons that you can print off the website and save even more. We're brought to you by Archer Volkswagen, open since 1956 and ready to serve you. Archer Volkswagen is on Highway 59 South, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. You will feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. And by the Needville Insurance Agency. Put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket when Bradley Stavanaugh and the Needville Insurance Agency team shop all those carriers and they find the very lowest premium for you. You don't even have to leave your house. Call Bradley Stavanaugh. He'll save you money on your car insurance or your home insurance or both. 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Well, very quickly, there's 1 out in the FULSHEAR 6th inning. They sent up a pinch hitter, Ross Duncan, and he grounded back to the pitcher. So there's 1 out, and now they send up Zach Nicholson, junior infielder and a right-handed hitter. Coach Jensen is taking a slow walk toward home plate. He is now closer to home plate than he is to third base. And Jensen needs to tell the home plate umpire something. He is sending up a second consecutive pinch hitter. So Ross Duncan has gone up there and taken a whack, and he was retired on a ground out, and now Parker Hodges is the hitter who's due, but it's going to be Zach Nicholson. One of my favorite newspaper photographers, Dave Sanders, is running behind home plate. He's got a big old heavy lens, 2 of them actually. We love covering FULSHEAR volleyball matches, and we've gone to quite a few of them. All right, Kennemer still out there chunking. I guess in Texas, some people say chunking. Around the country, it's basically chucking. Well, Kennemer still out there pitching for the Crosby Cougars, and the first pitch is a strike as he delivers it to Zach Nicholson, and the second one was a ball. Second one was a ball, and the third one is a strike, and it's 1-2. I'll try to do better going forward. Here's the pitch to Nicholson, and he takes it downstairs. The count even 2-2. And Ty Powell is waiting to bat next. 2-2, chopper foul to the left of the home plate area. Powell has the ball at his feet now. Meanwhile, back in the batter's box, Nicholson ready. Swings at the 2-2, ground ball, and it gets under Bazemore, and Science has to eat it. So that was such a great effort by Bazemore. I think that's going to be a base hit. Yeah, that's right. A base hit for Nicholson. He is on with 1 out, and now to the top of the order, Powell. Well, I guess we're guaranteed that this game is going 7 innings. But the assistant coach coming out of the Crosby dugout, that is Matt Wolford. I think Kennemer is going to stay in there. But I could be wrong. And they're playing Jeopardy. There have been a lot of Jeopardy winners lately who have won 10 or more matches, and some of them 20 or more. My favorite and the only one I want to talk about is Matt Amodio. I can't wait till he's in the Tournament of Champions. I want to see him destroy the competition. I don't know if that's a knockoff karaoke version, but why would you have a karaoke version of the Jeopardy theme? There's no words. Okay. I like song parodies, though. I like them a lot. Okay, so the Mound Conference is over. Kennemer is still the man on the mound. And Ty Powell is still in the box. First pitch. Checked his swing, but it's a called strike. 0-1. Temperature has dropped 9 degrees. We're at 79 degrees in Katy, or Fulshear actually. And Powell ropes one to the right center field gap. It gets down. And holding at second base is Nicholson. 2 guys on with 1 out. Now Tyler Schumann. Then after that, the heart of the order, you got Noah Shipp and Lane Arroyos coming up. Rafael Cortez as well. But got to keep that merry-go-round going. It's a 9-run game, 11-2. Crosby leading game 1 of this playoff series. Pitch to Schumann. Just downstairs, evidently. Open stance from the right-handed box, rips at it. It's ground ball to Bazemore, bounces off of his chest, and now all he has to do is force the runner at third. Strangely enough, Nicholson stopped between second and third. I'm really not sure why he did that. I guess he didn't want to run into a tag. But Schumann is safe on a fielder's choice, and Nicholson becomes the second out. So there are runners at first and second for Shipp with 2 away. Near the back of the right-handed box, Kennemer brings it. Pop up on the infield toward the first baseman, Will Udy, in foul ground. He's under it, leaning back, and he makes the catch about 1 foot into foul ground. And that'll do it for Fulshear. They get some stuff going, but they don't get any runs. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. All right, we'll be back with the 7th inning, 11-2. Crosby on top.
Coming in at 5'3", it's #1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3for1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
astute fans of Journey will realize that's not the original Steve Perry version. It might be Steve Perry, but that's not the one that we all know and love if we haven't heard it too many times. New pitcher for FULSHEAR, it is Parker Hodges. The right-hander is out there to try and deal with the always tough Crosby lineup, and the Cougars will send up James Londrigan, Kennemer, and then Giovanni Science, assuming they go with the guys that are in the lineup. But they're not, at least not in Londrigan's case. They're going to send up Nick Sturman, Stermon, Nick Sturman, junior pitcher and infielder, and a right-handed hitter. And he's facing Parker Hodges.
For the Chargers, number 8, Parker Hodges.
So FULSHEAR will just try to keep it at a 9-run deficit and then try to make the comeback of the century in the bottom of the 7th. Great atmosphere here at FULSHEAR when the game started, but in the first 3 innings, FULSHEAR hit into double plays to end the inning, and it kind of threw a wet blanket on the crowd. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Don't have any offensive numbers on Sturman. Pitch by Parker Hodges is in the dirt. 1-1. Here it comes. I think maybe I said Parker Hodges was a right-hander. I am wrong about that. Sorry, left-hander. Looking over the top of his glove. He rocks and brings the 1-2. Swung on, and the first batter that he faces goes down on strikes. FULSHEAR pitchers have really collected a lot of strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total on the game. And the first pitch to not Kennemer. They have sent up Jalen Cream. Jalen Cream, a junior pitcher and utility player, right-handed hitter. Hodges spikes one for a ball, 1-0. Here comes the next pitch. And Cream takes it high for a ball, 2-0. (11-2). Crosby leads FULSHEAR in game 1 of their playoff series. Big rip and a miss. Scoreboard said 2-2 before that pitch. That can't be right. That would have been strike 3. Next pitch on the way from Hodges. Just missed outside. Very close on that one. Hold up your fingers, Blue. There we go. Thank you. I think it's 3-2. Yes, it is. 3-2. Here it comes. And he hits it to left field, and coming in strong, Parker Hodges was in left field, and I got to confess, I don't know who's out there now. Now I do. It's Omar Vargas. Omar Vargas making the catch. Two outs and back to the top for Giovanni Science.
Number 1, Giovanni Science.
Hodges rocks in, brings it. Strike at the knees. Hodges looks over the top of his glove and brings the 0-1. High pop-up on the infield, and I think that'll belong to Yarbrough. No, it's actually going to be Hodges who takes it himself. about 20 feet away from home plate. And so FULSHEAR has one last chance to do something epic. They're down by 9, 11-2, and when they come up in the bottom of the 7th, they will send up, well, the due hitters are Lena Arroyos, Rafael Cortez, and Gavin Waits. Don't go away.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stabenow with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Now batting, number 20, Lane Arroyos.
All right, Lane Arroyos will hit for himself and see if they can get something going, but Kennemer has been lifted. He won't get a complete game tonight. On the mound is the guy who hit for him, Jalen Cream, right-hander. First pitch, swung on, it's down the left field line, a long run and a dive, and the ball hits the ground. It is in there for a single for Arroyos. Cade Udy, nice effort, really went after it, but that is a single to start things off. Now it is Rafael Cortez coming up. Singled in the second and got hit by a pitch to drive in a run in the 5th.
Running for number 20, number 6.
We've got a courtesy runner. Micah McCollum comes in, and he is going to run for Arroyos. I'm good buddies with his dad, Quentin McCollum, who used to be Coach Q in Sugar Land Little League. He also used to be the PA announcer for Kempner. Kempner lost to Waltrip. What a shock. Class 5A by district round, boom, bounced out of there. All right. So FULSHEAR will pin its hopes on Cortez here. Swing and a miss. He was trying to go downtown. Near the back of the right-handed box. Ready for the 0-1. Swing, and it's a ground ball toward the right side. It's going to be a tough play, and an underhand by the Carter Underwood. The second, I butchered that one. Carter Underwood, second baseman, underhands it to Will Udy. 4-3 it goes for the first out of the inning, and on the play, moving over to second base is Micah McCollum. Now Gavin Waits. So all the The spirit created by the peroxide blonde dye jobs on so many FULSHEAR Chargers is kind of withered like a raisin in the sun. But this is just game one. Gavin Waits took the first pitch for a strike. Next one is hit into right field. It's hit pretty deep. Carson Larkin going back, twists and makes the play. McCollum has to stay at second, and there are 2 outs. So now it'll be up to Hudson Yarbrough. No, it won't. He's not going to bat for himself. They'll send up Kyle Moorhead. He likes Call Me Maybe. Such a catchy song. All right, here we go. Last hope for the FULSHEAR Chargers is Kyle Moorhead. And he's in there against Jalen Cream, finishing the last inning for Kennemer, who had a great start. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Here comes the next one. Swung on and missed. Nothing and 2, and Crosby is a strike away from capturing game 1. Cream from the stretch brings it, swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Down on strikes goes Moorhead, and game 1 goes to the Crosby Cougars. The 2 teams will line up and shake hands in the middle of the infield, and we'll be back with the totals. I'll get them as accurate as I can when we return on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
All right, so Crosby takes game 1 in convincing fashion. Here are your totals. Crosby with 11 runs on 6 hits. They made 3 errors and left 5 runners on base. FULSHEAR 2 runs on 6 hits. And I wasn't sure about their number of errors, but I think it was 2. And they left 10 runners on base. The time of the game was 2 hours and 49 minutes, and Crosby improves to 25 wins, 4 losses, 3 ties on the season. By the way, in baseball, you don't have ties except during tournament play. That's why there are ties. And FULSHEAR is 19-10-1 after tonight's outcome. Kennemer, the winning pitcher, he improves to 10-1, and Reagan Carter takes the loss. So 11-2 is the final score, and these two teams will face each other in Crosby tomorrow night for Game 2. And so the FULSHEAR season will be on the line, and they will try to overcome the road trip and the fine Crosby team across the way, and also they'll overcome the Crosby band that will show up at the game. Yes, a band at a baseball game. It's a little unusual, but you might even enjoy it. All right, so for everyone on the Vype team, we thank you so much for listening. Wish it had gone a little bit more competitively, and FULSHEAR would have gotten the victory, but good luck, Chargers, and maybe you can pull off that epic comeback, and maybe on Friday you'll be playing in a Game 3. So got to take care of Game 2. We will join you tomorrow at 6:40 for the Batter Up Show when we bring you Game 1 between Ridgepoint and Westside. So for everyone on the VypeFortBend.com team, Roger Smith saying so long from FULSHEAR, where again our final score was 11-2. Good night, everybody. God bless, and we will talk to you tomorrow at 6:40 p.m.